So I was just gonna chill for the rest of the night, and then this came up on my feed, and I always am looking up local news stories, so they just pop up. And a Ukrainian refugee, a blonde woman from war-torn Ukraine, was just unalived on a tram, which we call it the trolley, in North Carolina, by a man that was arrested 14 times and let go. And I just don't understand libtard policies. This could have easily been prevented. The guy he was extremely mentally disturbed. He belonged in a cell somewhere, in a padded room. These people walk around town. This is what happens when you let these animals go. These thugs that have no place in a civilized society.
So we have new details in a deadly stabbing on a cat's rail line. Thanks for joining us for your news at 6. I'm Siobhan Bryan. It was 2 weeks ago today that this woman, Iryna Zarutska, a Ukrainian refugee, was killed while riding the light rail in South Charlotte. Since that time, there have been several questions about what happened, why it happened, and could it have been prevented. Today, CATS released surveillance video of the events leading up to and after her murder. And we want to warn you, some of these images could be considered disturbing to our viewers. We're not sharing images of the attack, but rather what led up to it. WBTV anchor Jamie Bold joins me live in studio with more on that video. Jamie?
Yeah, Siobhan, first, before we show you anything, we think it's important for everyone at home to understand the process we go through in cases like this. Awful things happen. Sometimes our photojournalists are there for the incidents. Other times we get video from police body cameras, or in this case, Charlotte Area Transit. We request video from agencies all the time. We do it to confirm what we have been told is backed up by the available video. It's about transparency. It's about confirmation. Now, when we get video like we did today, it doesn't just mean we put it on the air. In fact, often we don't show it, or it's heavily edited, especially when it's violent and graphic. We ask questions of ourselves. Does this video show us something important? Does it give us new or better insight into what happened? Is there news value in showing it? And then we factor in decency and privacy.
We know you have to give your woke explanation because you'll get under fire for showing the fact that a black guy stabbed a white woman. Because if it was a white guy stabbing a black woman, it would be everywhere. There'd be riots in the street, and it's just like you guys love that stuff. But because it's a black guy that attacks a white woman for no reason, for no provoked reason at all, you have to give this woke disclaimer.
Tonight, we've decided to air a portion of the video provided by CATS. We're doing that because it verifies what we've been told about this incident, and that is newsworthy given the public attention and the demands for safety improvements. We will not be showing the actual stabbing itself.
It's 9:46 p.m. You'll notice right away this looks like any other ride aboard the light rail. People are doing what they do these days, keeping to themselves, scrolling on their phones as they ride along. The man accused in the killing, Decarlos Brown, is in the red hoodies on the right side of your screen. He appears to be maybe a little emotional, perhaps a little agitated, but nothing disruptive. There's nothing that gets anyone's attention. About 30 seconds later,
Look at this lunatic.
Iryna Zarutska boards. She's wearing a hat and a t-shirt from a pizzeria, and she sits in the row in.
And unfortunately, she hasn't been in America long enough to recognize, pattern recognition. So she sits right around all the people that have no problem assaulting her just for the color of her skin, which we've seen time and time again, over and over and over.
Of Brown. She has earbuds in and is looking at her phone.
Minding her own business.
She too's just minding her own business. They ride along for around 4 minutes with nothing unusual happening. Then around 9:50 p.m., Brown reaches into a pocket. We've zoomed in on it here. He pulls out a pocket knife. No one notices a thing. Seconds later, he would stand up, and from behind, unprovoked, as we stop the video, he would stab the young woman several times. She had no chance to defend herself. The attack was over in seconds, and
Are you pissed off yet? Are you pissed off yet? Who do you think makes it possible for people like this to walk the streets? Why do we ignore problems just because of skin color? This dude arrested multiple times, let go every time because he's a victim of, like, what are these stupid buzzwords? Um, Racism. What is systemic racism? He's a victim of systemic racism. So we therefore we must let this criminal who is a violent agitator, who he went to jail. He got arrested previously for attacking his own sister. For attacking his own sister, and we just let this guy back on the streets to keep attacking women. Are you pissed yet?
Was over, Brown walked through the train attempting to get off.
Dripping blood.
Few passengers, if any, at first
Nobody even
realized
notices
what had happened until they...
You know, I think they did notice, but they just didn't want to say anything. They didn't want to... The dude has a blade on him, and he's just... Who knows, man? It looks like nobody noticed. That's how fast it happened. But if he got her where I think he got her, it would the blood would have just been shooting out of her all over the place.
Drops of blood on the
floor. Dripping blood everywhere.
90 seconds after the attack, a bystander rushes down to begin lending aid to Zarutska.
They're not talking about this guy. This guy's walking around. You can see the frantic thing going on over here. This dude's just walking by like, look at this guy has no idea what's going on.
Injuries. 30 seconds later, 9:52 p.m., 6 minutes into the video,
just walks right
Brown
off.
Leaves the light rail.
The video here shows us just how quickly things happened and how difficult it would have been to prevent once he got on the train. And that is an important part to all of this. From what we've been told, Brown never should have been on the train. Authorities tell WBTV he did not buy a ticket.
Of course he didn't.
Kat says it is working on.
Because enforcing people to buy tickets is racist. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that? You're a racist if you make them buy a ticket. Didn't you know that?
To keep fare skippers off mass transit. Siobhan?
So the woke mayor, Vi Lyles, has made a statement, and she's getting absolutely destroyed for it because she's a total retard mongoloid and doesn't understand what she's doing is the same thing all these woke mayors do. They blame everybody else and then try to put, it's well, thank you. Let's just read it. The video of the heartbreaking attack that took Iryna Zarutska's life is now public. I want to thank our media partners and community members who have chosen not to repost or share the footage out of respect for Iryna's family. What are you talking about? You don't want them to show it? And people absolutely roasted her. She's such an idiot. Here's Geeks and Gamers right here. Interesting how you couldn't just say violent racist attack where a black man attacked and murdered a white woman simply because of the color of her skin. Has the killer been arrested and not released? He has been arrested 14 times and you should have never been on the streets. He should have never been on the streets. Iryna's life was taken because you did not do your job. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at all these mugshots. Does this look like a sane individual here? Does this look like a sane individual? Like, bro. Yeah, this is a perfect meme right here. Race seeing you, I don't see race, which is what I said earlier in the video. So sad, dude. Everybody knows that. Disgusting, bro. Are you guys tired of this yet? Are you guys tired of this yet? Stop noticing, guys. Stop noticing. Stop noticing. Now, she is also getting flamed because she made this retarded, tone deaf. People are just, dude, they're digging up all her stuff now. Like, this looks so bad for her. So let's see what her little statement here. We can't arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health, Lyle said. Mental health disease is just that, a disease like any other that needs to be treated with the same compassion, diligence, and commitment as cancer or heart disease. Wow. Stop noticing. Not allowed. Noticing is not allowed. Disgusting. Alright, well, like the video. Rest in peace. I hope her family gets some kind of solace or something from this. I can't imagine it. If they're even alive. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. But this is just another case of voting. This is what voting Democrat gets you. Peace.